Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here with my buddy Cowboy Joe Boo, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Joe Boo Sports Report, because without you guys, well, I just don't want to imagine life without you guys, because it would literally be no fun. Another one of these crazy days. I was up at 5 o'clock in the morning, running downtown to D.C. with that bulkhead that I've been building to dry fit it, make sure I've got it exactly right before I put the last layer on top of it, got that squared away. And I had to make a template, which is right here, for the exact curvature and everything else, because they're going to make like a brass sign that's going to have cutouts in it and stuff for LED lights and stuff to illuminate signage that's going to go onto that thing. So it's kind of neat, and it's fun to it's actually a lot of pride for me, because building something that nobody else has done before and so on, it's just like a big sense of pride for me. Two of the big projects I had this summer on the Freer Museum, Freer Gallery, and the Stackler Museum, they're having their grand opening, reopening this Friday, and they're going to have like a laser show outside and concerts and everything else, and it's kind of like nobody knows the work and stuff that we put into it, but for us to rebuild the whole second floor and do all the mounts and stuff for these projectors and things that literally when thousands of people go through, they're looking at what I did, and it makes me feel great. But anyway, some news in the NFL. Adrian Peterson has been traded from New Orleans, where he was not used at all, to the Arizona Cardinals, who definitely could use a running back. Now, what's amazing here, and the reason why I bring this up, is people were talking about when AP said he would like to be a Dallas Cowboy. And at that point, I was like, Adrian Peterson is truly on his downhill side. And, well, I guess Joe Boo didn't agree with me. But Adrian Peterson was on his downhill side of his career, and the amount of money it would have cost to have brought him in, it wasn't worthwhile. But people said, no, you're an idiot. You're talking about best running back in football and stuff. And I said, yeah, he was the best running back in football. But running backs get old literally overnight. When you saw Chris Johnson rush for 2,000 yards, you thought he was just going to be a beast. And that's what he was going to do every year. But it didn't turn out that way. They hit that wall, that 2,000-yard mark, and then all of a sudden, they go downhill. So it'll be interesting to see how much he has left in the tank. And fortunately, we didn't go that route with him. And that's the thing I try and tell people, because everybody's still talking about, well, let's go get Darrelle Revis. What you're thinking about is Darrelle Revis of 2, 3, 4 years ago, when he was Revis Island. And it's hard to accept that a guy loses it literally overnight. But in the NFL, you literally lose it overnight. You can be great one year, and all of a sudden the next year, it's just like, what happened? Take a look at Peyton Manning from the first year he got to Denver to the last year. Peyton Manning was a shell of himself. He had it in the mind, but the body just couldn't deliver like it used to. And that's what you have to understand, that, some people still think, Michael Vick could be a starting quarterback. No, he can't. You age out. And football changes like that. So, I hope Adrian Peterson still has a little bit left in the tank and, finishes off the season better than definitely it started, but his time is few and far between. And that's why you have to enjoy players right now. You cannot waste them. And it's sad when you think about how many yards that Adrian Peterson ran in the NFL, how many great seasons he was there, and just didn't have the quarterback, didn't have the coaching, and just didn't get that ring. You can't waste guys like that. And that's what happened to Tony Romo. Tony Romo, excuse me, all the sawdust I've done sucked up today. Tony Romo has been one of the best quarterbacks over the last 10 years. Tony Romo deserves to have a ring, But unfortunately, Jerry Jones has stuck with Jason Garrett with his on-the-job training, and we've fallen short. We've had opportunities. We've had teams that were there. We had some years that he didn't have anybody behind him, and that definitely shortened his career. But we had opportunities, but we fell short. And I feel sad for an Adrian Peterson to finish his career going from New Orleans to Arizona and everything else, and knowing that he'll never get a ring. But, you know, football is a bitch. Oh well. Guys, I hope you guys are having a great day. Mine is a definite busy one, but I like to be busy. Thank you guys for watching and commenting, and I'll see you soon.